Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Erica coming at you. It's about 6:30 a.m. I'm a little bit of a morning, an early riser, but I'm here to talk to you a little bit about making a peace sign with some tie-dyeing this summer. And I know a lot of you are loving all these fun colors that we've been doing lately. And today we're going to learn how to do a peace sign. Really, really simple. So you can do it at home. So the other day we talked about making a swirl pattern. So this was the final outcome after I washed it and I dried it. This was the swirl, came out terrific. We did a heart, like a mucky heart, with my leftover dye that I had, not too shabby. My husband likes this one the best. Plus we used the swirl pattern in the hood, as well as just like scrunching up the sleeves, twirling them up. So we have a nice long sleeve t-shirt that we made, as well as we made some socks. So here's some nice I think this one has a high percentage cotton. You've got to look in Walmart. You always have to have at least 50% cotton, or else you see on the bottom where there's elastic or a different type of polyester material, it did not take as well. So remember, the cotton is so, so important. The first thing you want to do, though, with any of your tie-dyes, you want to soak in soda ash for 20 minutes. And you can just use a bucket, soak it, and and then you're going to wring it really well. Try to get as much moisture out as you can, still keeping it a little damp. So today we're doing the peace sign. So the first thing you want to do, I know we did this again the other day, but I'm going to go through it all so that you can see the end result, because we have the other one that's been sitting in the dye since yesterday morning, and we're going to cut it and we're going to rinse it and we're going to see what the result is going to be from doing this pattern. So you're going to take a t-shirt, you're going to take and you're going to put it inside out. You're going to go to the front of the t-shirt and you're going to take it from the V, if there's a V, if not from the center. You're going to pull it, just bringing out the top, okay? So the center of the t-shirt, pulling it forward and cutting it in half there. Not cutting it, but pulling it so it's centered, okay? And what I'm going to do is I am going to fold the shirt up to a 60-degree angle. Now, if you have a protractor at home, which I thought I would never use one of these ever again. Once I threw it in the drawer, I thought I was never going to have to use this again. But you can use a protractor to see if you're really at that 60 degrees. Need to go up just a little bit more. And we're good. Okay, so we're at about 60 degrees here. And then after the 60 degrees angle, you're gonna come back and bring it down and fold it back down onto itself. So 60 degrees, fold it up towards the top of the shirt and then bring it back down to the fold. So now we have two folds here, okay? The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna bring the top of the shirt and bring it all the way down over. So now you have three folded pieces right here, okay? And almost like a triangle. Next thing you want to do is you're going to want to make a circle. Now what I like to do is I take a marker that's washable. I've been using the same one. I took it from my kids. And all I need to do is I tie a string to it, so this way when I make the circle, it's even. And you want to start and you want to make it about an inch or so from the top. And you're going to hold it at the corner with your thumb, nice and tight. So about an inch or so from the top, and you're going to make a circle going around. Just, half moon, half circle, quarter of a circle. There you go. Okay, very simple. I'm going to close your marker. Now, I grab a string, and with this string, first of all, I'm just going to wipe down my hands, make sure, because the string had a little color on it, and I don't want to ruin the t-shirt. So you want to make sure your shirt is lined up. Excuse me.
There's a reminder for Dr. Erica.
A reminder for my son to get on the bus. We still have a reminder set. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you are going to go from the other side. And you want to make sure this stays lined up, okay? This stays to a point. This stays lined up. And you're going to do small accordion folds, very small, following that line. Making sure that you're following that line, okay? And making sure you're not pulling from that top there. Following the accordion, okay? Great. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to take your slip knot that I've already made with a string. You're going to bring it around. And bring it to exactly where the line is. And you're going to pull it tight so that it holds the material where you made your accordion nice and firm, so you don't mess up your line. So now that you have your line, it's nice and tight. There you go. The next thing you want to do is take from the bottom here. So where the folds are 3-fold here, you're going to go and do your accordion again. Going up towards, so you want to make little folds, nice, and try to make them even if you can. And the material's much thicker, so try to group it together. Perfect. Keep going towards, and then you're going to swing it around. Oopsies. So all your folded pattern is, you're going to swing it around, and you'll see at the end here it gets really tight. And you're going to line it up with that blue line that I had from my marker, okay? So it's lined up right there. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your string and you're going to wind it around about an inch lower from the, an inch or so lower from the point. And then, so keeping the line there, good. And then you're going to bring it back down again. So you see how the accordion kind of lines up there. Kind of want to keep it nice and tight. There you go. And then you're going to go where you have your accordion down. You want to make sure that there's nice folds below the spot where and you're going to go down and bring the string around about an inch or so below that. There we go. And a little less you can do as well. That's going to be the outer border of your peace sign. Okay. Now, what I like to do, then sometimes you can scrunch it going all the way around, making like an accordion. I like to sometimes just, as you can see, the material gets a little bunched up here because it's all the different layers of the material, which is fine. And then you can go layers down. So going down an inch and then another inch with your string, holding it together. And then we're going to make maybe different levels and different colors as we go down. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go over to the sink and we are going to cut what we did yesterday. And then I'll show you how to dye this one as well. Just bear with me. We're going to come over here to the sink. I'm going to bring you over. Give me just a second. Okay, here we go. The reveal from yesterday. So exciting. I hope you guys can see now. It's hard to see. Okay, so it's very difficult to see, but we're going to try to tilt it a little without dropping the camera. There we go. Amazing. Okay. So I put my gloves on. I already started to rinse it a little bit. So I got most of the dye out so that this video wouldn't be so long. And I'm just going to squeegee it a little bit more, try to get as much dye as I can out. As you can see, you want to get as much color as you can out of it before you take it out in each section so that it doesn't bleed into each other. Because you want to see that defined. And I'm just going to cut the string. And try to make sure your string doesn't go down the drain. You don't want to clog up your drain. And this was our peace sign that we tied yesterday online that we did together. Okay. Just going to rinse it out a tiny bit more. because you want the whites to be really white. And if you let it, if you don't rinse it out completely until it's completely runs clear the water, it's going to start to bleed into each other, and you're going to lose your pattern that you worked so hard and what you waited for is 24 hours to look at. Okay, so here we go. We're going to open it up. This is the first peace sign of the season. Let's hope that stays centered. Let's see how we did. Put off the water. And that looks amazing. As you can see, truly amazing. I mean, the black we could have done a little bit more defined, but I am really happy with the results. So, again, I'm gonna go back to dyeing. So I'm gonna go through just what we just did. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your black, you're gonna make sure that your black is a thick black, and you're gonna wanna go your first line, nice and dark. And the third line. The first line and the third line, you want to make sure that you get your black dye, and then just right at the string. So the first and the third, hold on, I'm going to use some towels just to dry my hands. So the first line that you tie, well, this is where the thing is. The first line and the last line is where you want to make sure that you make your black line nice and dark, and then you can do all your colors in between, but make sure that you have a nice thick black, dark black, thicker than most, because you want to make sure that it goes all the way through so that you can make that defined peace sign. And then today with my peace sign, I think I'm going to go with, in my center, I love blue. I love turquoise. I love blues. And you want to make sure that you have paper towel, because you don't want to touch your shirt with other areas, because then you're going to mess up the colors. So I'm going to do the inside, the blue, and then the outside. I'm going to go with, maybe red for the, maybe I'll go with red because we have 4th of July coming up. Yeah, that'll look really good. All right, so tomorrow we'll meet again and we'll reveal the next shirt, and I look forward to seeing you guys. Take care and have a beautiful day.